Alright, back at it again. Net record keeper. Oh. It's just there we go. Get that up there. Whoops. Retreat real fast here. So this week, you can tell from the video title, stream title, whatever you're watching it at, is a Final Fantasy VI event with Terra. As such, I have made parties suited. Oh, there you go. Things just weren't loading. And, let's get into it. Let's actually take a quick look into the event. Just to get an idea of the boss rush. This is we were supposed to be going way earlier, but I was caught up with family-related stuff. Couldn't get going. That's fine. Things happen. Okay. So there are your rewards. Drain goes pretty good. So these bosses, kind of a gimmick of being a lot of dudes and also being vulnerable to things, having elemental weaknesses. First off, we have the Air Force, which is weak to water, has the wave cannon. Doomgaze, weak to fire and holy. Also has death, but bringing raise obviously is a slot that you're not bringing damage for, and that's a big hamper on you, so this is more of reset if he kills you overall. The Three Stooges are actually, could be rough. I have a strategy for it, as do I have for Rex Soul, so we'll see how that goes. Let's take a look at the party. I wish I could easily move these up and down, because I would move Rush and the rest of them up to the top. Alright, so we're bringing Cloud, because he's a very good Spellblader. Fran, because she's a high level. She's the highest level I have supporter that can equip this nice gold spear that I got on Lucky Draw. Terra for spellcasting, Rydia for spellcasting plus summoning, and Aiko for healing plus summoning. The Carbuncle, in particular, is being bought for the 3rd and 4th boss fight. My strategy for that is all the spells that they cast during that are single target spells, so Carbuncle can reflect those. Another strategy to do is to bring Runic Blade, the Celis roaming warrior, because you can just absorb the spells and get ability uses back. I like Carbuncle better because you're bouncing the spells back and get more damage. The rest is pretty simple, you know, Mental Break, Magic Break, Power Break. Excuse me, my voice is still cracking a bit due to my sickness, so I'm going to take a drink real fast. Chat warns me to remember that Death Gaze absorbs ice attacks, which is a good point. I'll have to keep that in mind. I'll just use the water and a use of Valfor or something. Like, Death Gaze should not stay up that long. Anywho, the Wrecking Materia is just a quick breakdown of that. We have the Self-Sacrifice, 10% attack and defense on Cloud with Sap. Fran has Kamari's Spear Materia because it's just 20% more damage. It's good. Terra has Black Mage Refresh. Rydia has Summoner Refresh. Aiko has White Mage Refresh. So, a pretty basic party. Going into this event, I think that the boss rush is actually going to be the hardest. Just a basic breakdown of all the fights. But there are some of these fights in the boss rush that are actually kind of scary, so we'll see how this works out. For a roaming warrior and my strategy, I hope... Oh, geez, I hope one pops up. Oh, no, I gotta go shuffle. Damn it. I'm aiming for a Red 13, Lunatic High. Because my general idea of thought is, if I take a roaming warrior, I'm going to use it on the 3rd and 4th boss fight. And if I'm using Carbuncle, then all I need to worry about are the physical attacks. So, Protectka. And if I'm, doing that, then might as well get haste out of it. Sorry, my brain's like trying to process the words and they're not coming out right. Yeah, Rulu in the chat confirms. A lot of people have been saying boss rush is the hardest, and the first boss is the hardest. Also, let's take a look at this Soul Break because it's a good one. I should try to get this one, but no avail. Hell yeah. I would use up the other charge too, that way. That person gets 4,000 gold, 400 gold. I think it's that 200 gold per use. Alright. Hopefully we get the Lunatic High now. Wait, why do I have a new notification? I will peep that in a moment. Alright, Lunatic High. Perfect. Alright, what's our notification over here? Ah, a friend. Alright. That'll be something to look into in a bit. Alright, is there a higher level unit Lunatic High? No. I hate these, like, they're still good, but, yeah, it's people that just stopped playing. And especially after getting, like, a really good Soul Break, too, like, how do you... Anywho. I'll keep saying anywho forever. Let's get in it. After we do our typical... There it is. Just trying to find print screen. Let's name this Terra 1. Alright, so turn this on, party from last week, and replace that with, in the T's, Terra 1. Perfect. Alright. There's, so 6 is a, what was I going to say? 6 is one of the realms that gives a lot of gear, like a lot of the 3 stars from draws and stuff. So, like, a lot of this gear, like, everything you're seeing here, except for the spear and the sword, are actually just upgraded 3 and 4s. The spear was a 5 draw, the sword was a gift during the last Festival of Gold, which is starting tonight again. And I think at the end of this Festival of Gold, we are actually getting another 5-star sword, so that's pretty nice. Anyway. First boss is Air something? I forgot already. Air Force. Alright. So she has Carbuncle and heal, so you're just not going to do anything. I'm not exactly sure what this boss does that's super scary, so we're just gonna see. Okay, I'm starting to see what this boss does that's scary. Just gonna try and DPS this guy down as fast as we can. Because I really have no mitigation for this guy. Alright, so, yeah, chat is informing me the real issue with this guy is that they can all deal AoE. Keep that water jug going on him. Let's use a Blizzaga. Oh, no, don't heal him. That would be bad. Am I dropping frames? Okay, our frames seem to have stabilized. Sorry about that. Nope. Just a moment here. Alright. So, that's unfortunate that we had such an early reset. But, let's head right back into it. Alright. This time should be different. Let's actually try using 2 Valfours and see if we can kill the side cannons. This time around. Also, I want to say it seems like the stream is stabilized, but I keep jinxing myself by saying that. This might actually be the place to use more Valfours, because this is actually pretty scary. We'll just keep having her heal with Curaga. Now, if I'm lucky... There we go, okay. That solves that problem. So now, might actually be worth it to kind of like stall out on this guy to get everybody back up in health. I think we might just do that, actually. Whittle them down with our melee people. Oh! Somebody points out in the chat that he does eventually use wave cannon. So, let's not stall out too long. Come on, let's just get one more heal off here, yeah? That would be good. And then we can just start the next turn healing Cloud, and everybody will be back up in good shape. Yeah, alright, that's first one down. You know, an unfortunate restart on the first attempt because he just kind of hit the same person too much. And perfect. We got a Val 4 refresh from the Ether that dropped, so we're back up to 3 Val 4s. And I'll take a Greater Ice Orb, yeah, sure, why the fuck not? Alright, so looking at the HP totals up there. We should be fine. See, the only thing I'm worried about is once I get Carbuncle up, I won't be able to heal my guys. So I am effectively on a time limit. But good! I'm fine with him wasting his first turn doing that. Let's increase this timer a little bit. We're going a bit slow here. I don't like to put it up to 3 because 3 is a bit too fast, I think. Use an extra Val 4, an extra Wonderja. Oh. Chrome in the chat saying that he starts the fight with death, so not exactly a wasted attack. Blizzaga, not useful. Breaks. They really destroy a boss's power. Fuck it. I really like the boss music in FF6. I think that's a popular opinion, but just like can't help but bob myself up and down to his music. Fuck it. Trace attack. Got him. Yeah. She used like these shitty ass soul breaks. Oh shit! That one was actually decent. That one was surprisingly good damage. Also, I'm getting orbs. Nice. Orb Fest started early. I mean, I'm taking some 65 characters into this, so after the fiasco that was last week, bring maybe a bit too low-level characters into that EX++. I'm not taking risks anymore. What's the goal of this game is to play Final Fantasy fights and do them well enough that you get graded well. Like these guys. So this is actually, because I guess, just assuming the person who just popped in the chat is new and unfamiliar with the game. This, whoops, that's the wrong button. We're going to restart that because that's a big hit. It's Final Fantasy Record Keeper. You play Final Fantasy fights, and they grade you on how fast you beat people, and then like how well you do it, how much damage you take, how many turns you use. It's weird because there's damage and then there's KO'd, so it's like if you good. Rydia's starting first. Here we go. Just staring at this, waiting for that carbuncle to show up. In fact, hold up. Yeah. Speed 1. Got him. I think the one in the back is weak to fire. See? I love it. Carbuncle. It's the best. But now, Aiko kind of doesn't do anything else. Which one is the best to kill first? The one in the front here does buffs, but the one up top, like, it's kind of hard actually. Maybe somebody in the chat has a better suggestion. I just go like all over. I spread my damage across. Yeah, the top one is the hardest hitting, and the front one does the buffs. I just have the weaknesses and stuff for the other ones, so using the charges that I have. Ah, get wrecked. Let's just save that Val for. There we go. Yeah, I got lucky with the bounces and that they kept going to weaknesses, but it does kind of counteracts my elite version of this that I did where they kept bouncing and healing. Carbuncle though, it's really good. It's like really fucking good. And I keep getting orbs. If you want to get mad at me about something, get mad at me about words. Get mad at me about orbs. Alright, last one is Rex Soul. This one actually does a good amount of melee. So we may have to reset just mattering on when we get Lunatic High off. So we'll have Terra start with Lunatic High. Oh good, we're starting right off with a Fury. That's amazing. But like they're weak to Blizzard and they cast Blizzard. Nope. There he is. And this is when he starts draining your spell uses in a game that limits your spell uses. Fuck you, Rexel. This is messed up. Fuck it. Yeah, but now it's just we're gonna cast a bunch of didn't even need the shell. Did anyway. Hell yeah. We're gonna go straight DPS on Rexall now. Good. That's a good waste of a turn. A note about this fight. You do actually want to avoid the Soul Servants, I want to say they're called, the things in the front. If you kill both of those, Rexall goes into overdrive and starts casting like AoE magic, and it gets bad. I actually had one of them die in my elite version of this fight, and I was like, no! That's it. Like I said, getting past that first boss, I had plans for all the other bosses. Alright. Alright. Great, my voice is cracking. Let me take another drink of water. As always, my stream really hates it when those particle effects come up. We gonna stabilize? Anyway, up next, we have, the Accursed Clown. Which Kefka? There's not actually much to the Kefka, strategy-wise. He uses a lot of spells and all that kind of stuff. So you just have to plan around his large number of spells. Which I did. So let's go take a look at it. There we go. Okay, so this is the EX Plus. Alright, so a quick breakdown. We have Vaughn with an armor break down and a tempo flurry to inflict the required slow. We have Fran with mental break down and magic break down. That way we're dealing damage, and he's not dealing damage to us, right? Then we have Terra with 2 Aja spells. That's the level 4 magic. Ash with a Thundaja and Bio Ga, which is the 4th ranked bio. The reason for the Bio Ga is it's not actually that much weaker than an Aja spell, and I have more uses of that than Blizzaja, so. And then Aiko's down there at the bottom with Kuraga and Shelga. I may be going a bit too defensive on this, but I've done the calculations in my head, and I should be dealing enough damage to kill him. So, let's get at it. Whoops, World of Ruin. Oh, it is Heartless Angel, not Heartless Clown. Whoops. Okay, so we're looking for a Stone Skin or Sentinel Grimoire. Perfect. I want to see what this background is. Yeah, it'll load. Let's get that, this going real fast. It's another song that I just, you know, I would argue 6 might actually have the best soundtrack out of any Final Fantasy game. It's just all around a really good soundtrack. Yeah, that's the thing. That's how they trick you with this, is they make you think with the last boss rush, oh, Kefka spells, of course. Just bring the Carbuncle, but Kefka does AoE spells in this, so you would get owned because you can't reflect AoEs. There we go. Let's head on in. So this is all going to be a matter of how fast I can get mitigation up before I get completely wrecked by Kefka. As you can see, we are going to hold off on the spellcasters until I can get a mental breakdown on Kefka. Then we're just going to go whole hog. There we go, that's much better. In hindsight, if you can get all the stuff off before Kefka even gets a move, you could really just bring a Dialga instead of a Kyuraja. We do have to get the slow off before this fight ends, so that may be a complication. I think I just have to go at the slow. Like, forever. So I'm kind of dealing too much damage. Speed this up a little bit. I really like the effects for the big magics. There's the slow. Once again, I'm just bobbing to the music because it's really good. Yeah, see, with a mental breakdown, even Bioga hits huge. This is an easy fight. This is an easy plus. Which, you know, I'll take after last week's. I believe I did mention how much mitigation. I have a Shelga, I have Shelga, I have Sentinel Grimoire, and I have Magic Breakdown. So, a lot. It's dead. I'm not gonna lie. This is crazy easy. Kefka has one of the lowest HPs for a plus difficulty boss as well. Like, I get where they were going with it, where they were like, hey, let's... Look, that is the first time I've ever full metaled one of those. What the hell? But, like, that is the first time... Well, okay. I get what they were going with in that they made him and they were like, oh, let's give him a ton of, like, high-level magic. But then it's just like, okay, I'm just going to prevent all the magic ever. And it's simple. Yeah, as Ruru said, as long as you get mitigation off before he hits you hard, that's an easy fight. Which, you're not wrong. That's exactly it. Excuse me. Alright, next one. The Frostfire Dragons. Once again, 20 giant Scarletite that I will have no use for. However, those major orbs are quite tasty. Wait, making flare. Anyway. So first up we have the Ice Dragon. The worst thing that he does is Northern Cross. Not Northern Cross, that's what the Red Dragon does, is Northern Cross. He does something else. Absolute Zero, I think it is. Which will stop. Has a chance to stop the party. He's weak to fire, though. And then you have the Red Dragon, who is fire-based and is weak to water and ice. So, it's a matter of bringing the right equipment to deal the damage to both of them. Though you do have to bring water specifically for the condition. So let's take a look at the party. I believe I'm swapping out Vaughn here for a FF6 character. No, I'm not. I'm swapping out other people for FF6 characters. Sorry, my nose is getting a little stuffy. Okay, so Vaughn is continuing with Armor Break down and Tempo Flurry because they can both be slowed. Cloud is going in as a sort of pseudo spellcaster because I can do more damage with him than I can with a actual spellcaster. I just have better weapons for that. And Edgar is coming in as our secondary Breakman. Aiko was running the same role as is Terra. Oh, I just realized I didn't do Materias for the last fight. But for this one, it's pretty simple. Healing up Materia, Magic up Materia, Devotion, I believe. Edgar has Spear, Vaughn has Sap, and Cloud has Attunement 2, which is 20% more damage when you're hitting a weakness. Anywho, let's get into it. I believe I'm taking a Sentinel Grimoire / Stoneskin 2 for these as well. That's what the strategy was, at least. I'm always more of a... Like, unless I can find a way to do a good offensive gimmick, I generally go for a more defensive strategy first than offensive. Mainly because you lose medals if you take too much damage, so that's just never good. Alright, let's just get this made. Whoops. There we go. Save as, Terror 3. I mean, there's other strategies for stuff like you can take White Whirl, which can sap a thing. Sap is really good. Not many things are immune to sap, so that's great. But then I'm just like, oh, but then I'm taking damage. Damage is bad. But, you know, some people have these things. They have, like, the soul break that does this, so they can do that. I don't. So I have to work that way. Anyway, first up, the Frost Drake. Should only need one shell and one stone, not stone scan. Sentinel Grimoire. 320s. Perfect. Right there. He'll probably get an attack off first, though, so we'll probably be playing pickup. That's not too bad. Alright, just a quick thought. Let's shut this down to 1 until I get my bearings. Yeah, that's more of a bonus boss HP bar. Getting some weird after effects on the images. I think that might be on part of the emulation. Sometimes that just doesn't work 100% right. I mean, this is emulated, but I haven't stolen anything. I'm just, you know, acting like this is a phone. But it's not a phone. This is a PC. Possible unpopular opinion. I'm not a big fan of the alternate boss theme in FF6. I think it's like Dangerous Foe or something like that. Disastrous Foe. I think it's crap, actually. If this guy does an absolute 0 at all, then I'm super lucky. So actually, a thing to note, and this is actually the main reason why Kefka and these dragons are kind of easier than your normal bonus bosses. Fuck it, just keep using Blizzaga. Who cares? So if you've been watching the videos up to this point, you may have picked up on some things, and you may be noticing it here. These bosses aren't break resistant. Normally, bonus bosses are break resistant. These aren't. So you're getting the full effect of your breaks on these guys. As such, you know, you're reducing damage by 40% as opposed to the normal 20 or 15. Like, that piles up. That adds up, Jerry. Let's get one more heal off. He's dead this turn. This is when he does it. This is when he does absolute 0 and just stops my entire team. Here it comes. Or he's just dead. No, wait. No, fuck. Balls. Blizzaga, whatever. Yeah, nobody knows why they're not break resistant. They just aren't. They randomly make bosses break resistant and not break resistant. The real interesting one is if you go back to Ultimate Weapon or whatever from the Zack event, he was break resistant to magic based breaks, what am I trying to say here? He was break resistant to mental breakdown, but wasn't break resistant to armor breakdown. It just like wasn't consistent. Nobody knows why they do this. Anyway, that's one down. Ruby Drake is actually a bit scarier because he can do Grand Cross when he's low on health, and he has a good chance of doing it. I say that now, but then it just won't show up, so. Shrugs audibly. I'm thinking what I need to do here. Southern Cross, not Grand Cross. Grand Cross is X-Death. Right. But yeah, there's a meteor. Kinda hurt. Not meteor. Fireball. Oh, right. He can also use Flare Star. That's right. That's the other thing. I knew there was two things. Really, the downfall of these bonus bosses is that they made them just deal one type of damage mostly. Like, the dragons and Kefka all deal magic damage, and then an auto attack that isn't really that strong. So you can really just go all in on magic protection and maybe a little bit of physical protection, and be able to deal with it real easily. Like that. 200 damage. Ooh, spooky. Just jack that up to 3, who cares? I'll be fine. Famous last words. It'll be fine. I hope to see at least a cool attack. Show me a cool special move. Not just a cool regular attack. Oh. I went to use Sentinel Grimoire, and then realized I do not have any more Sentinel Grimoire to use. Huh. Go figure. Alright, so now he's in danger zone. So now he can start using his better attacks. But he's also slowed, which means he's getting less turns. Let's refresh that Shelga. Just be careful. Or he'll just keep using Fireball. Fuck you, good attacks. Apparently I just broke the scripts for these bosses. There it is. That's with mitigation. Alright, so we seem to have dodged a bullet on Southern Cross. But that's a win. I'll take that win. Oh jeez. Alright, he's fine. Chat is yelling at me that I got RNG lucky. Wow. Whoa. I lost a lot of stars on that, though. Summon orbs if you need them. Nice. All that gil, which is good. Because I spent a lot of gil honing stuff up. Yeah, there you go. Let's see what that friend thing was. Probably got followed by somebody. Ooh. Oh, mutual follower. He probably saw me and followed me back. However, that's it for those terror bonus fights. Overall, I think they're way simpler than we've gotten as of late. It's really just get magic mitigation, you win. That's it. Uh, Next week, though, is going to be the Barrett event that gives Cloud second memory crystal. That's going to be good. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll see you then. Also, orbs. Get you orbs. Orb event is going on right now. Get orbs. Signing off.